This person writes, texting all day, do you do it? Do you think it's healthy/unhealthy? I would say it is unhealthy to do that. And healthy as in healthy relationship, a relationship where the two of you have desire for each other. The two of you have ample certainty, that stability. The two of you have fun together. The two of you are supporting each other. It's like that's one of those things that just doesn't support really the structure, the foundation, the healthiness of a relationship is if you're constantly never giving that other person space to wonder about you. And that will really cause you problems. And then as far as the anticipation building up for the next date. And so when you're talking to some woman all the time, it's like, one, you're trying to build that connection over the phone compared to building it in person, and that's not going to be as strong of a connection. And so many guys get caught up in basically the chasing thing. So it's like they think they have to text her every day, but really what it communicates is like, I need that constant validation, because really if you get down to it, it's coming from a place of them not wanting to lose the other person, thinking and being fearful that, hey, if I don't have all this contact, I need that reassurance. And it's like when guys get into that reassurance, like, oh, give me that reassurance kind of thing, that's going to be needy. That's not going to be strong behavior. And more often than not, it's like when even if it's like things or conversations are going good, she might just like slightly get that hint. And so she's like, well, I need to test him on this. And so she throws a test your way, and then you fail the test. It's like, well, now you don't get a shot at all. And then she's not even going to go on a date with you. And so you just talked her out of it, even though prior you probably already had a date set. And so it's like sometimes less action is more, and guys get caught up in the illusion of action, thinking that, oh, if I just take way more action or do way more things for her, then that'll create her to like me. But really it just comes across as like you don't feel like you're good enough, and so you have to take more action that's really the situation calls for. So like, get to the point, be direct, decisive. Once you get the outcome, it's like lock it in. It's like you don't have to do anything else. You just show up and have fun. So simplify the whole process, and it'll make it so much easier for you and get you so much better results. Let's get in the post, just starting up a new thing that seems like it has potential. You're going to find that the potential is that of really failure in this relationship. We click very well. Yeah, maybe so. He's 35 guy writing this, and she's 32. She's into texting all day. I like it too, but I worry it is unhealthy in that it doesn't give you time to miss the person. Oh, geez, there you go. And it creates this sort of addictive quality where you're always looking for the next little hit, validation. I'm good enough because I have a girlfriend. And so now I have to basically get that validation, because it's like I don't actually feel like I'm good enough, but it's just like any kind of addiction. It's like we don't really feel like we're enough, and so it's like we have to get it at some external source. It's like we're just using this person for us to be happy, and whenever our happiness is dependent on another person, it's a really dangerous place to be. It seems like it fosters this neediness for the other person. Yeah. You start to wonder and anticipate the next hit. Yeah, exactly that. Dopamine, it comes from the anticipation, not the reward. And so it's like the anticipation of getting out a cigarette. That's what actually stems the dopamine and makes you feel good. It's not actually the outcome itself, And obviously it goes with pretty much every single thing that has that anticipation, but it's anticipation of something quote unquote good. Like what I just thought of this too, like on Starbucks cups they have like that first sip thing. What is that doing? It's really tapping into, okay, it's that first sip feeling, it says right on the Starbucks cups. And what is that doing? It's saying, well, okay, that's the dopamine, we're anticipating that first sip. And that's what makes us feel good, and that's what gets us addicted. Man, this guy's like really kind of on tune with this. This is the first time I've read this. He says, and like any addiction, he's labeling it as addiction. And I think that's awesome to be aware of that and to be aware that it's like you are needing that constant validation because of that dopamine hit. It ultimately ends with craving, withdrawal, and demise. What do you all think? Yeah, I mean, I think you're right on this, dude. Is it possible to have a healthy relationship with texting all day? You know, maybe it's worked for one person out of 1,000. Uh, but it's like if you want something that you can repeat as far as success and not feel like you're totally obligated to this huge time commitment or whatever, it's like it's going to be more beneficial if you can basically just be direct, decisive, get to the point, and then just fulfill that and be true to your word. And just eliminating these unnecessary steps, because it's like you were saying earlier, it's like it eliminates that anticipation, and that anticipation is a crucial step to relationships. It just creates more of like a love story kind of vibe for her, and for you as well. And if you don't have it, it's like, well, it's just not as fun. You need almost that tension and a release. It's like, think about music. What creates good music? Not just hearing like a major chord over and over again and just like happy, 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 happy. No, it's like, well, you need to put some minor chords in there as well. So you have that tension and you have that release. And that's what we really want, psychology wise. So fundamentals in the description, get that one for free. Other one's $30 in that same link.